Good morning, everybody. Thank you all for joining up today. It's going to be a fantastic day in the stock market. Now, obviously, stocks are moving down, but I think that we could still see, some pretty good movement out of some stocks. One of my favorites, of course, is going to be Draftkings. They had some great news where they might get, or they're nearing that deal with ESPN. So, sounds amazing for good old Draftkings here. And then we have even more big news here coming up. So while we have DraftKings going crazy with the possible good news, we go ahead and we look at the watch list, and then Oxy and some of the oil plays are the only other stocks green. Besides that, obviously we're having momentum to the downside today. I'm seeing AMD having a lot of downside momentum. If they break below the low of this week, this could be a massive, massive sell-off. Wow. Hang on here. I got to post this in Discord. This is insane. Wow. Yeah, here, I'll just type it right here. Watch for... That could be pretty big, guys, if we get a big breakdown right there. That could be huge. And I think it might happen too. Like, look at how explosive this movement is to the downside. We're sitting there like right around that low of day, just looking terrible. Yeah, oh, definitely rough. There we go, though, guys. I'm noticing Draftkings is flying up with the great news. There we go, Draftkings. That looks amazing there. We'll take that. Not bad at all. Let's go. Get up to that high of pre-market. Boom. Come on, Draftkings. Oh, the pre-market high is all the way up at 1820, though. Or 1826 on Thinkorswim. It could definitely go, though. It could go up. It's moving pretty well so far. Let's go see the SPY again. Yeah, it's not doing too bad, really, comparatively. Not too terrible. I mean, we'll take it today for sure. Keisha says, boom, what was the news on DraftKings? Yeah, you know, it was actually amazing news. So they're actually nearing a partnership with Disney. And Disney owns ESPN, for anybody who does not know. So that's pretty much the big deal going on right there. Let me get you the article here. Disney news. Here we go. Yeah, ESPN nears large new partnership with DraftKings. Yeah, that would be pretty big, guys. And, you know, me and Mike have been talking about this potential partnership for a long, long time. So, finally, it's starting to come out to fruition. It's taken so long, though, I will say. We've been really waiting for this to come out. But, yeah, that is really good, guys. I mean, to see ESPN almost use DraftKings as their partner is pretty good. ESPN is one of the biggest sports things out there. For anybody who doesn't know, we'll go to the website. Yeah, here we go. Like, this is their website. You can see they have like the odds on the games and stuff like that. And if they partner with DraftKings, we could see some insane stuff here where we could see tons of ads and stuff like that going on. And we could see potential maybe betting on ESPN. Now, it wouldn't be betting like on ESPN, but like they might try to integrate DraftKings into ESPN somehow. So it's pretty insane. I feel like that we could see some pretty good stuff come out of the deal. And so far today, hey, we'll take the good movement with DraftKings, right? Looking pretty good so far. Now, it's obviously not the best. You know, we could definitely have better movement than what we're seeing here with DraftKings. But we'll take this for a day where almost every other stock is red. Like Microsoft's down, SPY's down, Apple's down, Tesla in the red. So for DraftKings to be up, we'll take that as being a pretty good day. Even Nvidia and AMD are down, so it's terrible there. Jacob Fan says, what was the news of Microsoft? I actually didn't even see any Microsoft news. Let's see. Yeah, I did not even see anything on Microsoft. Looks like Microsoft named a new short idea at Hedgeye. So maybe some hedge fund is trying to short it, maybe, or something. Or I haven't seen any news for Microsoft here today, Jacob. Let me look on my Thinkorswim. Amazon halts delivery bots. Like, here, let's see. Maybe something on here about them. There's a lot of articles on here, isn't there? I didn't even see anything about Microsoft. I don't even see anything from Microsoft. Hmm. EU seeks to follow whether Microsoft will block peers following jobs deal. Interesting. Yeah, I don't see anything from Microsoft though, but I see what you're saying though, Jacob. I mean, it is dying. If you have any news that you found, definitely let me know because it's down 3%, and yeah, that's pretty brutal. Usually we see Microsoft, you know, usually we'll see the companies have the news on Thinkorswim, so for it to not be on there is pretty insane to me. It's usually always on there. Huh. But yeah, if you guys are interested, let me know what you have here. Yeah, Jacob said he thought there was something because there was a big sell-off at open. Yeah, I think there's just a big sell-off on everything. Tesla, Microsoft, Apple. Apple didn't have it necessarily right at open, but Tesla did. We've been seeing lots of selling pressure today. It's been rough. I cannot believe how much selling there's been, actually. Tons of selling. But yeah, thank you guys all for joining up today. Thanks, George, Jamie, Easy Rider, Danger. Good to see you in here. BP, Bill W, Keisha. Of course, Jacob Than, thank you. Thanks for being here, guys. If you guys have any stocks you want covered, just let me know. But the big thing this morning has been the jobs numbers. Obviously, we talked about this yesterday, and now the numbers came out this morning. Let me refresh this. We go down. Oh, now it's on next week. Hang on. Sorry about that. Oh, here we go, right here. Actual was 3.5% on the unemployment rate, 263,000 on the non-farm payrolls. So they're saying that the jobs numbers are still staying strong, which seems amazing, right? You know, jobs numbers are strong. Fantastic. You know, that means the economy's doing good. But now the feds can keep raising rates because jobs numbers aren't falling. Now they're able to keep rates higher for longer, and this could end up being a negative thing for the overall economy in the short term because they're going to keep those rates higher, and the market does not like that. And the SPY was dipping down this morning pretty hard when that news came out. I mean, literally on the minute, literally just exploded down within that 1 minute candle. So pretty crazy. I know that the feds and all these jobs numbers and stuff like that are probably getting old to you guys by this point, but you know, it's a big part of the market, and jobs numbers are very, very important, especially in this type of condition right now, because obviously with rates, the feds are watching those numbers very, very closely. You know, if it was a normal time in the market, like let's say right now it was 2017 or something, you know, right in a good time of the market, nobody would really care too much about the jobs numbers or anything like that. Obviously, they're important, but you know, people aren't going to care about them like they would right now, of course, with everything going on in the feds and everything like that. So, but I figured I'd talk about it a little bit because it was the most important thing today, I feel like, and it really sent the SPY and a lot of stocks back to the downside. And when I say a lot of stocks, a lot. I mean, we're seeing sell-offs just across the board here. Like I said earlier, the only things green on my watch list is Draftkings, which has been all over the place, and then energy and oil. So CCJ's up a little bit. We're seeing ZOM moving up, Oxy's moving, stocks like that looking pretty good still. That's pretty good though. Energy plays are still moving. We'll take that. We'll take it. Let's go. Oil played out perfectly there. That's huge though. Look at that. Look at that run up this month. I mean, that is insane. We're seeing like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 very explosive days in a row on Oxy. Like 5 huge explosive days. These are not small days. I mean, they might be like 1 to 3% days, but look at the movement on the chart. I mean, that is just fantastic. Beautiful. Wow. Hey, if you guys were playing any oil plays, let me know in the comments because I want to see some winners on this stuff. Wow. I know some guys were killing it. Yeah, Saram, I don't think I see too much either for it. It just had that negative momentum, you know, that's just how stocks were today. Obviously, we're looking at some nice green stocks, but almost everything else in the market's been red besides what I've been watching. Oh, I feel bad for some of these growth plays again, kind of like Charge Point, End Phase, Charge Point. There we go. Yeah, like look at that sell-off. Poor Charge Point there. End Phase. Yeah, they're not looking too bad. End Phase isn't terrible. Blink's looking pretty rough, though. Blink really does look rough, guys. Wow. That is terrible looking. Same thing with Coinbase. Roblox might be a pretty good play. Play that down, maybe. Penn Gaming fell off. Win's down a little bit. What about the weed plays? Oh. Damn. That sucks. They're all going back down. I was hoping cannabis stocks would start to keep ripping because they had that great news, but... Darn it. Well, that's part of the game. Let's see PLNHF here. This is my favorite marijuana stock, guys. This thing's amazing. This is actually an American marijuana stock, and they actually have a huge dispensary in Las Vegas for anybody going there or anybody who's been there. This dispensary is humongous. I mean, it is huge. I cannot believe how big it is. It's literally like a Walmart for weed. It's insane. I think they said it's 40,000 square feet. Just this one marijuana store. So check it out if you're ever in Vegas. It's pretty cool. I've seen the outside of it, but never the inside. So I hear it's really good, though. All the cab drivers and stuff told me to go in there, but, you know, it is what it is. It seems really cool, though, guys. I mean, pretty insane. Hopefully we see these marijuana stocks continue to keep doing well, though. Oh, yeah, you can see right here, world's largest dispensary, 40,000 square feet. That is quite the amount, I'd say. Yeah, it's pretty big, though. But looking at PLNHF on that daily chart, it is definitely down around support. It's very, very cheap, $1.60, but that will make it extremely, extremely volatile. So keep that in mind. You know, on something like this, a few hundred shares could go a long way. And, you know, a few hundred shares of this only cost you a few $100. So sometimes that can end up playing out pretty good, but it's going to be risky. Pretty risky on that one. I know Mike likes Tilray, TLRY, in the short term. That one's not holding up quite as well today. It's kind of falling off more like the other marijuana stocks, but still, it's still done pretty well overall. Say over the past couple days, but I really like PLNHF. That one's probably my favorite. This one is an OTC stock, though, like I said, so. See the candle end here. Did it end? I know this one's a foreign stock too, given the F, or not an F, but the F means it's on like the other market, like the OTC, for example. But I know Planet 13, they run out of Las Vegas though, so it's pretty insane actually. I can't believe all the stuff going on with the weed stocks nowadays. Saram says, any thoughts on Intel? Sure thing. Let's check it out. Glad you asked. Let's see. INTC. Oh, yeah. Intraday. Yeah. For the next couple days, I'd be careful with this. It's approaching its recent low again. Starting to get brutal here. A lot of stocks tried to move up this week, and then they all turned right back over. It was actually pretty rough. Yeah, Intel just had that big gap down. I would say in the long term, I like Intel right here, and it's at a great price. If you want to get some shares for the long term, you're going to be getting them at a fantastic price here. But what I will also say is that Intel is a pretty scary stock. They just don't have the hype that a lot of other stocks have. Now that is good and bad though. You know, that just because they don't have hype doesn't mean they can't go up. And they do have very good fundamentals as well. But whenever you compare them to something like AMD or something, the hype is just there in a bigger way for AMD. Especially like when you look at the daily chart. You know, that's where you start to really see where the difference is there. Here's Intel's daily chart. You can see how much worse Intel's chart is. But Intel is starting to bounce right on some of these huge support levels. So it could end up being good. I mean, who knows? But I think that it's... I don't know, just a little bit risky, but I do like Intel though, and I've traded it a few times, but I think it's important to maybe look at it as like a good trade rather than like a good investment. But they are investing a lot of money in Ohio, which is going to be pretty big too. They have a nice factory going out. I think they're doing $100 billion on the factory, what they're spending on it, so... I mean, I like Intel. It's just, if I were you, I would just buy and hold it, honestly. Just buy and hold it, or try to trade it up off of some good support levels and stuff like that. I think that could be a really good way to trade it, but honestly, just buy it and hold it. You could get it at a great price right now. Easy Rider Danger says, what's your AMD support? Well, my AMD support, the big one was up there around 74 or 75. Ever since we broke that, I've been bearish on AMD. I'm really waiting for AMD to touch down here around $60 again, Easy Rider Danger. So somewhere, to me, right around 60. And then I see a lower support at 40. And I feel, well, I see 60, 50, and then 40. So once you hit 60, it's just $10 pretty much every increment down. But I really like 60. And I drew a purple range here. And I've been talking about it for a couple months now. And I've been telling people, you know, I'm not buying AMD until it falls down into this range. Even whenever AMD was having that uptrend last week, I kept saying I'm not buying in until it falls into that range. So that's pretty much exactly what I've been doing, just waiting until we get into this purple range. And then I think that starting to average into some of these stocks might start to become a pretty good idea once AMD enters the range. Andrew says, talk about Draftkings. I know you talked about it already. Sure thing. I'll talk about it for sure. Let's see Draftkings chart for you. Intraday. So Draftkings chart ran right up into resistance. I have posted right at 1750. We pretty much touched right there in pre-market, and then now we're starting to come back down a little bit more. As far as the chart goes, there is a small gap here between like 1560 and $16. If we start to break that down, that could be bad. There's also a gap between 1650 and right around 16. So pretty much two gaps right off of $16, and they're going in either direction there. So pretty insane actually on DraftKings. The chart is all over the place, and they had that good news going on with Disney, but you know, I saw Mike say this earlier in Discord. Somebody asked, how's DraftKings doing? Should I buy some DraftKings? And yeah, you know, it's doing great. It could be maybe a good scalp if you see some good momentum, kind of like it had at market open. You know, some decent momentum. Probably could have been a quick little scalp there. Could have done decent on it. But if you would have held that at all, now you'd be in trouble. And that's because the SPY is just doing so bad today that it's going to be very hard for these stocks to run up. So the SPY doing bad is going to have a bad influence on just about everything else in the market. So that's one negative thing about today. Even if stocks are doing good, we have to be careful because that SPY could just start dragging them down, kind of like what I'm seeing right now. Easy Rider Danger says AMD. Nice. I'll be lurking then. Nice. Glad to see that, Easy. I think that'll be a really, 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 really strong pickup for the long term once we get it at that right price. We got to get it at the right price. You know, that's the thing. Just wait a little while longer, just a little bit more, probably till like February of 2021. You know, that'll probably be perfect. Right as the Fed start to scale back raising rates and stuff, I think will start to become a great time to invest in the market for the long term. But hey, Xbox, thanks for joining up here today. Says, good morning. How are you feeling today? I feel pretty good, actually. Having a pretty good day so far. I've had a fairly good week, you know, besides yesterday and today with the way the market's coming down. But yeah, overall though, the week's been great. You know, that movement on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday were pretty good until we got that drop yesterday. But for the most part, pretty good. And you know, today I'd say I feel pretty solid. I mean, not the best, but not the worst. You know, it's pretty 50-50 today, but I think we'll still maybe find some good day trades here coming up later on. So be ready for those later on in the Discord, Xbox. But yeah, how are you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are having some nice days today. Xbox, are you working tonight into tomorrow morning? I know it's Friday, but sometimes it can be a little bit hectic. But yeah, I'm having a pretty good one. I hope everybody else is, and I hope you guys are having some nice fun stuff going on this weekend. I know I'm playing golf on Sunday just like usual. I usually play golf almost every Sunday, if not Saturday too, but this Saturday I'm actually going to the pumpkin patch. I'm going to be picking some pumpkins, trying to get some pumpkins to carve for Halloween here. Oh, I'll also be getting some apples too. Those fresh apples are really good. Hey, there you go, Xbox. No more Saturdays. That's nice. That's nice, but yeah, hopefully you have a good weekend this weekend. Man, I can't believe Palantir's down 4%. Like, what's leading my watch list to the downside here? Let's see. FSLY is down 8.8%. 8.8%. Roblox is next at 8.45%. So RBLX. And then AMD after that. A big old AMD down 7.6%. Terrible moves. That daily chart's looking terrible on AMD. Still waiting for it to get down into that range though, guys. Still awaiting that. Still awaiting that. Xbox says, I'll miss the overtime, LOL. Oh no. That's funny. I didn't realize, I didn't even think about that you'd miss out on that now. Didn't even think about that. That is one big negative there, isn't it? Santi says, morning, Tom. How's Enphase looking today? Hey, thanks for being here, Santi. Enphase is looking okay. I mean, it's 50-50. It's definitely doing pretty well, though, in my opinion, considering how a lot of stocks have been moving today. You know, like most stocks are down, so I would say definitely not bad with Enphase at all. Seriously, not bad at all. I kind of enjoy it, actually, with Enphase. That's a lot better than most stocks that are dying off today, like the SPY. Man, that SPY is almost all the way back down to 365. We're filling the gap. Look, we filled that gap up between 370 and 374. Now we're filling the gap down between 370 and 367. So, ooh, that's brutal. Brutal there. Yeah, just keep lurking on that. Oh, I didn't even see Saram's message. Twitter's down to 48. Twitter's down to 48. Judge asked Musk to buy Twitter by October 28th. Can we buy Twitter calls expiring October 28th? Oh, Saram. No, I would not do that. I would not do that at all. I don't know exactly how the pricing on the calls are going to go, but I would not risk that one, Saram. If you do buy calls, I would make sure you buy them like in the money, like $48 calls or something like that. But let me go out. Let me go look at them real quick on my chain. You said by what time? October 28th. Okay. October 28th. Yeah, so those calls are still pretty cheap. And the spreads on them are just too huge. Yeah, the main thing is there's honestly not a lot of volume on them. And not even a lot of volume, which is weird. I thought a lot of people would have been trading them, but yeah, not really too much volume. Now what you could do, you could try to short some puts, but yeah, the spreads on these options are terrible. Like this one option, the bid is 2.87 and the ask is 3.40. That is a lot of money that you would just miss out on just right there just because you just took the trade. So, I don't know. I don't think it's worth it myself. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Saram, but good question though. Sometimes those big events can be fun like that, and sometimes they can be terrible. And I feel like this one's one of those ones where with options it could end up being a pretty negative thing. But Twitter itself is not doing too bad, really. I mean, it's holding up pretty well today, actually, considering this. Considering this, it's not bad. It's actually quite good. It's funny. I appreciate you guys joining up though today. Seriously, I do. I think you guys are awesome right there. Easy Rider Danger says, "What do you think about the golden pocket on Fibonacci retracement, especially regarding SPY? It's kind of entering that territory." I'm not a big fib trader myself, Easy Rider Danger. I'm just not a big Fibonacci guy. I understand Fibonacci's can be pretty solid. I've seen lots of people trade them. I think this is Fib, isn't it? Yeah, here we go. Like, let's see on the SPY here. See, I'm not a master with Fibonacci's either, so keep that in mind, but I've noticed a lot of Fib levels line up with good support and resistance anyways. Is this the golden level here? Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the Fibs, but I will say that I know a lot of people use them and they can do pretty well for trading. So just because I'm not too familiar with them doesn't mean that they're bad. Now keep in mind, I used to know a lot more about Fibonacci's a few years ago. It's just that I've kind of just gotten out of, I've just gotten out of using indicators and stuff like that as much. I really don't use anything anymore. I don't even use my simple moving averages anymore. I just eye up stocks just with the price action nowadays, but easy, maybe send me a screenshot on Discord or something with your with your Fibonacci on there and I'll show it on the stream. See, good old Draftkings today though again. Yeah, still falling off on Draftkings, guys. Just starting to just consolidate a little bit. Nothing too crazy though. Still trying to find some good plays. What about Nvidia? Nvidia's starting to break lower, guys. AMD's breaking big support. Big support's broken on AMD, guys. This might be a good play down, actually. If you guys are looking for plays, I think AMD to the downside could really be a big way to go here. Hang on 1 second, guys. Wow, come on. Let's see that big move, AMD. That is huge there. Big break of support. Need to see that bigger extended move, though. That's for sure. That's the main issue right here. Got to see that move down. Let's go check out Nvidia, though. Yeah, that one's not doing too bad either. I mean, it's holding up pretty well. Definitely holding up. Easy Rider Dangerous says, I guess a 70% consolidation after a decent move in one direction is common algorithm. It's the same as the one you had drawn up. Okay. That makes sense, Easy. Yeah, I mean, that is a pretty big consolidation, that's for sure. It's definitely a big move back down, and, you know, we do see these things happen. Like, next week, we could still continue up, but I'm a little bit worried that people got too overzealous on that recent uptrend. I still feel like we could see more downwards momentum. You know, there's just a lot of selling pressure coming in, and I'm someone who I hope the market goes up. Seriously, I hope it keeps blasting, but I'm also somebody who's worried in the short term because there's a lot of issues that's been going on with the feds and with raising rates and everything like that. Obviously, it's going to hamper the economy, and we're starting to see it happen. You know, it's starting to come out now, so. Ah, this is so funny. Xbox goes, I'm on my way home now, so I have to keep myself from texting while driving. Haha, damn it. I know exactly what you're saying, Xbox. I feel like that every time I'm driving, too. Every time. But yeah, be safe. Be safe. Don't get in any accidents or anything like that. To talk in the chat, definitely be safe as far as that stuff goes. That is hilarious, though. That is a good one. But yeah, I appreciate you being here, Xbox. I mean, even while driving, you're here. So I'll take that. That deserves a nice round of applause right there. But guys, I will say, let's go ahead and talk about something pretty important coming up, because this week, you know, we've had some pretty big numbers coming out. You know, we had the unemployment data, but next week we are going to have the bigger numbers starting to seriously come out, and I'll show you guys exactly what I mean here. So we are going to see the FOMC minutes come out on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time next week. So that's going to be big. And then the very next morning, Thursday morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, the same time the jobs numbers came out today, we're going to see the inflation rate for September come out. Now, this is going to be a huge, huge number here, okay? We're going to see the inflation rate, not just inflation, it's going to be the core inflation, but people also call this CPI data as well. Pretty much you're going to get the core inflation rate and the regular inflation rate. So that's pretty much what's going to happen there. Hopefully CPI can beat too, but this is going to be a very big event for Thursday next week, even bigger than the jobs numbers were today, in my opinion. So be on the lookout for that inflation rate. It could keep going up. They're saying they're forecasting it to come down by 0.1%. I don't know. It's been going sometimes with their forecast, sometimes against the forecast. So I don't know what to make of it right now, but it's pretty insane. And I figured I would definitely mention it for you guys because, yeah, I mean, that really is. That's pretty rough. I'm not going to lie. You know, that's inflation 8.3%. I mean, come on. Come on, man. In Biden's words, come on. All right, I'll refresh the map real quick. Wow, everything's red. What is green down here? What the hell is this? Dexcom, DXCM up 7%. What the? Wow. What kind of news did these guys have? Let's go find the news. Why Dexcom is such a healthy stock today. Oh, wow. They went up as Medicare updates coverage for glucose monitoring. Oh, very interesting. I think Dexcom, I think I know what that is. I think that's that patch you can like wear on your arm. Hang on, let me... If I'm right, that's going to be... It is. I'm pretty sure. It is. Okay. Yeah, see, there's like a sensor. You can wear that thing on like your arm or your stomach or anywhere. See your glucose levels and stuff. Interesting. Man. Yeah, that's some freaky stuff though, guys. I mean, I couldn't imagine wearing one of these things all the time, but you know, if I had to prick myself all the time, I might think differently. Seems pretty crazy though. They're coming out with some crazy stuff now, aren't they? Andrew says it looks like AMD bounced up. Did it? Oh, maybe, yeah, maybe a little bit. Man, yeah, I wouldn't even count that as a bounce up. This is just like a nice little consolidation down here. Yeah, we never really got that big break below support though. You know, we're trying to like break below 62.25 and it's just not having it. Good though. Prop 27. What is that? Someone asked me about Prop 27, California. The Californians for tribal sovereignty. Oh man, they're trying to get people to vote no on this. Yeah, that sounds great though, guys. If this gets passed in California and Draftkings becomes legal to use over there, we are going to see some insane price action out of Draftkings and honestly any other sports betting thing because this is nuts. I mean, it really is. I cannot believe it. Man, I feel rough for Draftkings today, though. Of course, the SPY had to go down on a day where Draftkings decides to have some good news, right? I wonder how high Draftkings could have gotten today if it didn't have that news. Can't believe it. SPY's still looking pretty good. It's looking all right. Bouncing off support here, 365. Filled the gap perfectly back down, guys. I mean, could we get any more perfect of a bounce off support? We gotta start playing these supports more often and take advantage, you know? Gotta start taking advantage of these. Pretty good opportunities sometimes. Go back to AMD real quick. Ooh, moving back down. Looking worse. Nvidia, too. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Better watch out, guys. Watch out below. I'm still leaning to the downside on these stocks today. I know some people will probably try to buy calls back up at this point, but I feel like leaning down is still a really good way to go. Like, I get it, it's not going to be perfect, but should be pretty good. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I'm going to throw that SPY up there with the QQQ, and yeah, let's see what happens here. Alrighty, everybody, I am back. Sorry about that. Still having some crazy movement, though, I see. QQQ's just consolidating down here. SPY still moving up off support. Draftkings is coming back a little bit. Let's go. AMD never broke down. It just stayed right there for us. Man. Seeing some insane movement here. Just never got that good enough breakdown out of AMD, damn it. That could have been such a good play. Could have been such a good one. Wow. Gotta love AMD, right? It's pretty damn good. And now it's bouncing up, Andrew, that's for sure. Now it really is. Talked about it earlier, but wow, now it's really moving. Come on, Draftkings, let's keep going, though. There we go, Draftkings. Still doing okay. Looking pretty good, DraftKings. Let's go see MGM. Yeah, they're not really benefiting. Of course, I know that was mainly just DraftKings specific news, but sometimes other companies will move up too, but yeah, definitely not here. Not in this case. Penn Gaming, I know, was down today in a big way. Win was down, but not a lot. Yeah. Look at the weekly chart. It looks a lot better. But yeah, let me know what stocks you guys are watching, and we can cover them here today. Of course, if you like the stream and everything like that, smash that like button. That'll really help us out, of course. And, you know, like I always say, comment on the videos. They really help us out, especially the videos at night. We read every comment and reply to all of them. So please, anything on there helps, especially on Fridays, guys. For some reason, I guess because everybody's done trading Friday and then they all get, you know, everybody starts their weekend. But Fridays are rough for some reason. It's pretty insane. So any comments or likes like that would really help out on there. As always. I wish that, you know, YouTube wasn't like that. I wish that they had I wish that they had different ways that videos were considered good, you know? It's just very strange how their algo works. Very strange. Kind of like how the market's algos are strange, right? I know the market has some pretty strange stuff as well. That SPY support at 365 is still holding up well. Still looks good for us. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. We'll take it. We'll take it 100%. How's CL? Let's go see Crude Oil, because I know that's still doing well here. Yeah, look at Crude. Up to 90 a barrel again. Wow, let's go, guys. Crude Oil back on the uptrend. OPEC really helped it out this week, didn't it? That was so funny. Whenever OPEC's report first came out, oil like tanked down, and then it exploded right back up right after. It was so funny. It faked everybody out. I was like, oh, of course that has to happen like that, right? Like it just had to be like that. I feel like some algos like saw a bunch of people getting in or something. They were like, nope, nope, you're getting shaken out, and then we'll go up. We'll shake everybody out, make them sell it, we'll buy them, and then push it up. Funny. But yeah, if you guys have any last minute stocks or anything like that, just let me know and we can check those out here. Honestly, today is just a very lackluster day. I hate downwards movement like this. To me, it makes for some lackluster trading. Honestly, on days like this, I usually don't even trade. I'm really just waiting for AMD to break that big support, and if we see that support break, maybe I'll play that down, but that's going to be all I really play there today, honestly. Draftkings I already own, so might, they're tempting me, though, to maybe get some more. Not going to lie. Yeah, they're really tempting me. Might just have to. Might just have to do it, guys. Oh, man, what's going on here? What? Sorry about that, guys. We got attacked by a sex bot, I guess. Jesus. Those things are so weird, guys. I hope you guys don't fall for those things. Oh, those things are rough. It's pretty funny, guys. There we go. Got some Draftkings. Picked up some Draftkings. More Draftkings. The more the merrier, right? Bringing that average price down. I will say, guys, I am pretty confident in DraftKings, how that's going to work. I think DraftKings will do pretty well, not going to lie. Not necessarily at the moment, but I think they'll just do pretty well in general. Now, I didn't fully buy this position here. I'm kind of waiting, because if they fall back down, I'll purchase even more of them if they go back to 12 or 13 or something. But my average price now is 24. We'll take that. It's not too bad. Not too bad. We're bringing that price down, that's for sure. Bringing it lower. The lower the better, I say. It's pretty good, though. Got some DraftKings there. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. I did have to sell out of some craft, but it's okay. It's okay. Craft is not looking too hot, and I've gotten a lot of dividends off craft this year. 1, 2, 3. I think I've gotten 4 dividends off craft already. So, not bad for craft. Not bad. I got a whole year's worth, 4%. It's not that much, though, so it's not like I'm trying to say I got a ton of money from craft dividends. You need quite a bit to make a ton off 4%, but you need quite a bit of shares. Yeah, oh man. Appreciate you guys all joining up here. It's been a pretty good Friday. Not the best, though. You know, the way the market came down, made for a pretty lackluster trading day, in my opinion. Not really too much going on here. As far as the market's concerned, though, we've just been seeing a lot of volatility. Honestly, all over the place this week. It was up most of the week, but the past 2 days, we've been starting to fall back down. Obviously, today, those jobs numbers were too good. We needed them to actually be bad, which is pretty messed up to say, but yeah, we needed bad jobs numbers. The good ones were worse for us, but yeah, I appreciate you guys joining up here today. Have a good one. Thank you. I almost just said thank you to that bot that joined. Thank you, Saram, Andrew, Easy Rider Danger, Xbox, Santi, Keisha, Andrew, Bill W, BP, Jamie, George. Appreciate everybody who joined. Jacob Than, seriously, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thanks for the nice comments. And, we've seen some pretty good moves today out of a lot of stocks. I know it's been pretty volatile, but hopefully you guys were catching some good day trades and maybe finding some good momentum while we were eyeing some of these up. But yeah, thanks for being here, guys. Have a fantastic weekend. And as always, I will be in the Discord. Saram says, do you think we may see an uptrend if the CPI data is less or equal to the expected on the 13th? Well, yeah, if the CPI data comes down and it shows that inflation's falling, that could be really good for the market. So we need that inflation data to show it's going down. If it's the same or higher, it could be still negative for the market, Saram. But yeah, if it comes in right around expectations, though, the market should do okay because it should already be priced in a little bit. So yeah, hopefully I answered your question. But yeah, good question though. Seriously, let's talk about that more next week, Saram. As we start to get closer, I'll talk about it a lot next week. So yeah, stick around, guys. We'll be here next week. We'll cover a lot of great things. But have a great weekend. Talk to you guys later.